Hello and welcome to the next episode of our Sunless Skies playthrough. I'm Pat for Fix, and I'm excited that you are joining me. We picked up some seeds in Port Avon last time after we finally found Port Prosper, which was like a huge break for me. I'm very excited that we finally found it. I feel like now we can do a little bit more like fun exploring around. So we're going to take these seeds to Magdalene's, and then I'm going to try to look into getting through this other prospect that we have. Which was for munitions. So, exciting. One thing that we can do is, I don't know if it'll still be there, but I'm going to... Ooh, you know, we should try going around to the west while we're sitting on a little bit. Let's try filling out this little area up here on the map, because it kind of bugs me when like, there could be a path like you see right here. I don't think there's going to be, but... Oh, there will be. Okay, so let's sneak through here and see what we might see around this corner here. Interesting. You know, in light of that, let's go north a little bit. Okay, nothing up here. Because, like, kind of in some ways, charting this is also sort of my goal. I don't know. It's actually one interesting thing. I was saying I would want to restart with the save scumming option turned on, and I wonder if it would regenerate the world in a way that would make that frustrating. But I don't know what the future of this feature really looks like. I would be surprised if we complete our ambition, because I would think that I would probably expire. My captain would die before then. And given the narrative nature of this game, I mean, I would like you to go buy it and play it. We may not do like super deep dive on everything. Ooh, something to do down here. So I may just call it a day when this captain perishes, which could be this episode or it could be 10 episodes from now. I don't know. Okay, I don't have butchery. That's not something that looks good to me. So I'm just going to sail away. I have a feeling that this is a bad place to go because it is spooky and the music is getting spooky. The thought just occurred to me, I wonder if there are like monsters in this game. There are monsters in Sunless Sea. Well, let's take a look at these crates. What the hell is that? Crate of nostalgic crockery. Huh. Okay. Well, I think maybe we will be able to get through this little gap up here into Magdalene's. That would be cool. AA, look at this. A wreck. The Blade of Night. That's a cool name for a skyfaring locomotive. Hey, okay, so this one what we're going to actually do. The wreck gleams with frost, blah, 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 blah. Frost has locked them, but a pry bar makes an effective key. How did I fail that? Oh, that's frustrating. I have good iron. Your crew attach cables to the wreck to hold it steady as they pry apart the doors. A sudden gust of wind rocks both vessels, and the young man standing at the pry bar slips. He cries out, his hand mangled on the torn end of metal. He is likely to lose his fingers. The treasure you retrieve from the hold will be of little comfort to him. At least he didn't die. He just can't really be a crewman anymore. Intriguingly bulging sack. Some sovereigns. Whatever. Oh, shit. Okay. He's not really fighting back. Oh, God, I've never done this so badly. Okay. That's brutal. You really lose maneuverability when you screw up your heat. Shit. Did I do it? Did I do it to him? I did it. Yeah. approach the buckled wreckage poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. So you can raid the safe. Your guns have reduced the door to a smoldering heap, but sovereigns are surprisingly durable. Explore the captain's cabin. Let's just take us some sovereigns. Raid the safe. Oh, just 5? Okay. Maybe I should have done the other thing. Oh, well. So I'm going to try to fill out this little bit over here. I want to point out, too, like, we're like, what, 8, 9 episodes deep? They're around a half hour apiece. So, you know, not super deep, but at least a few hours in. And I've uncovered about a quarter of the first map. That's pretty cool. I mean, you kind of extrapolate that out. You're looking at like a 30 to 40 hour game. Just to see everything, let alone to try to complete everything. That's impressive. It's not an expensive game either. It's like $25, $25. Okay, so yeah, hide advice. So I want to sell these verdant seeds. Oh, I can only sell 1. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. So you can only sell up to a max for the prospects then. Locomotive equipment from Abrams Engineering. Cool. Good to know. But now we have 402 sovereigns. It's not bad. It's way better than it has been. Magdalene's provides comfort and sympathy to the weary skyfarer. Its hosts will tell you any lie you need to hear, blah, 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 blah. Some of those lies require flowers. The amenable host wants up to 3 sacks of verdant seeds and will pay 80 sovereigns for each. Magdalene's lies to the west of New Winchester. The amenable host smiles. Just what we needed. Though I must admit, I do miss roses and lilies and bluebells. Still, these celestial blooms have their own virtues. Some of them weep, you know. He pays you a generous gratuity. It's too bad I can't sell the other junk in my hold, but I could at New Winchester, likely. Let's go to the Solace Chambers, see what we can... Oh, yeah, okay, cool. The skies are full of terrible wonders. All skyfarers see more than they should when they sail the sunless sky. The sound of soft laughter and the occasional sob echo through the stained glass windows of the treatment chambers. An attendant sits guard before the door. I'll just need to ask you for the particulars. We will always alleviate your fears, but the method is at your discretion. So let's request a treatment for NUI. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly. The wonders of the heavens no longer still your heart from beating. This will provide a unique encounter and lower your terror. Let's do it. He takes your hand very briefly and holds it so very gently, as though it were a rare butterfly that had alighted there by chance. This way, please. The attendant holds up a candle before 4 doors of mirrored glass. 4 of our staff are available today. Each has their own specialty. Their names are not yours to know, only their craft. He smiles suddenly, his teeth gleaming like links on a chain. You know yourself best. Who can tend to your wounded heart? Whoever you need, you can find behind one of these doors. Former crewman. Let's do that. She is waiting for you at her old desk in her cabin. She had attained a position of some seniority on your engine before circumstances severed you. She leans forward to embrace you before offering a green leather seat. Her mouth quirks, accentuating the scarring of her face. Now I'm told you're feeling a little tired of life among the stars. You're briefly without terror. Nice. So let's see. We want to go to... So completed that trading opportunity. So... But we still have this one. Fearless Captain Sweet Jane's counting house on Lustrum requires 5 crates of munitions. Lustrum lies to the north of New Winchester. So that seems like a good reason to go back to the north. And perhaps to... Well, you know... I don't know. I'm wondering if before we do that, if I should go out over here. But I don't know if there's a reason to do that without... Our ambition is wealth. We should chase wealth. the munitions. But where do you buy the munitions? That's the thing I should check, because it's not. That's where you go to. An opportunity for Sweet Jane's Counting House in Lustrum requires 5 crates of munitions. So I don't know where to buy munitions is the problem. I don't think Port Prosper sells munitions. I wonder if I buy them in New Winchester. Let me look that up real quick because I don't want to spend a ton of time on that. What is the right place? So obtaining... Yeah, so you can buy them for 60 sovereigns at a few different places. So we can buy them at this Ledbetter's place. This wiki is pretty cool. Although it's hard to actually see where things... to get any kind of tips on where they are. Lead beater and stain rods. Nature reserve. Lead beater and stain rods. Nature reserve. It's hard to figure out where shit is. Okay. There we go. Just all I can get is that it's on the outer ring, though. It's hard to know for sure where it is, so I don't know that we can do that reliably. Because I don't know where to go. This puppy. So let's go... let's just go to Carillon and see what we can get, how we can get the stuff we need for that one guy. I don't know what that clicking is. Oh, it's the watch, because the one person, the woman that we delivered, timekeeper or whatever, she repaired that watch for us. Okay, up to Carillon. There's not a ton of excitement to be had in between here. In fact, I'm just going to turn on the auto thing, autopilot. So now we need to go right around the rat, and then we will go up north to Carillon and see about part of the things we can buy there. I wonder what they intend you to do to try to find this stuff. Requires 5, because there's nothing, I have no information about where to go to get it. And they kind of helped me with that the first time around. I wonder if the idea is you just gotta explore and find where stuff is sold. Some kind of like chart of where everything is sold would be useful, though you can look it up. So I mean, it's not, and I don't think that's really counts as cheating to look it up. Oh, there's something gleaming. Yeah, maybe. Oh boy, well, there's a crate of munitions. I don't think I want to fight that. That looks like... they're faster than me, though. Yikes. Well. Damn it all. That was bad. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Whew. Oh, that was rough. That was the worst one yet, for sure. Okay. Explore the corridors whose walls and ceilings are daubed with unfamiliar constellations. At last you find a captain barricaded from within. It holds a crewman who seems lucid. He will join your crew. Gain a little bit of terror, but we were lower on crew. Crewman is grateful. He works with feverish intensity, eagerness to please, or the first signs of obsession provoked by a surfeit of starlight. Your crew takes no chances. Someone watches the newcomer at all times. Okay, so we're a little banged up now, but survived that encounter. Jeez, that was scary. Not worth... I don't even remember what we got from that. Did we pick... Oh, a crate of munitions. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to sell them to Lustrum, I guess, but still. I don't know that it was worth it. I don't know that I can repair in Carillon either, which is a little unsettling, especially because there's another fucking pirate. But we're going to try to outrun this guy. Yeah, okay, so we should be able to get away from him. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm not going to fight you. I am too beat up already. The combat in this game is pretty fun, though, I gotta say, for being as simple as it is. And I'm sure with different weapons, it gets even more interesting. That's pretty cool. Stunted Grove. How close are we? We're pretty close. Cool. Carillon, they say, scourging is good for the soul. I prefer the spa. The princess's smile is bright. That's cool that you get the little quips from your crew as you're sailing around. So before we do anything, we need bronze wood. Oh, that's expensive. Yowza. Okay. And that's 120. Ooh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I have a feeling that the rewards will be good enough to match that. I'd like to buy a crate of supplies. One should be enough. Maybe flying a little close to the sun with 3 and 3, but I think we'll be fine. I also know that we're still kind of damaged. I think Port Avon had facilities to repair that because it's actually a port, but we'll see. Hopefully they pay us enough to offset that cost. We're also like not stopping, like no sleep till Port Avon. Port Prosper. I keep saying Port Avon, Port Prosper, because I am a little uncomfy with the amount of damage that we've taken so far. Oh, well, we can use this wreck to repair some of it at least. Melancholy Budapest. Might spawn a pirate, but feel better about that. Oh, yeah, okay. That was a bunch of hull. Fuck, and then I bumped into it. God. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that far of a trip to get from Carillon to Port Prosper. Port Prosper. I said it right that time. I did it. I remembered it correctly. Cool. It'd be great to be able to go a little bit faster. Although, you wouldn't want to go too much faster because you wouldn't be able to... It'd be cool if you went faster, you got the camera zoomed out a little bit or something. But I guess that's a different thing. And it's not like in combat this is bad. It just feels a little slow when you are trying to get from point A to point B sometimes. Rumble of far-off refineries, distant searchlights rake the sky. The Morning Abrathat Span. Mornington Abrathat Span. At Port Prosper. Oh, that feels good. Feels good to get some stuff done. And not feel like I'm just flailing around. Okay, so let's go to the clock. Well, first let me go to the bazaar. Ah, they sell them there too. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, fine. So let's go over to the clock tower and deliver the materials. A cheer from the scaffolding. The foreman beams. An angel bringing gifts. Actually, you point out you'll be needing payment. You are paid extremely well for the delivery. Whoa, 800 sovereigns. That is well. And the foreman shakes you warmly by the hand. Won't take us no time now, he says with a grin. Maybe we should name the damn clock after you, eh? Cool. Okay, so. We are in good shape now. Sitting on 900 sovereigns, which is pretty cool. We should go up and repay our debt in the signal box. But first, I want to do some of the more of the stories here. So, the parsimonious chairman's offices. The office of the Windward Company on Port Prosper, elegantly appointed, if antiquated. Paintings of old London adorn the walls. The parsimonious chairman has work for ruthless captains. He sits behind his imported mahogany desk, a decanter of brandy at his left hand, and a series of neatly stacked reports at his right. A fire has been lit in the cavernous hearth. It is too warm. He promises an opportunity for profit. He pours the brandy into 2 glasses, then produces a ruler to measure the amounts. To business, he smiles, revealing the extensive damage to his teeth. I was a pugilist back in London, a young man's game. He stands at the window, watching the starlight bathe the sloping streets of Prosper. This place exists because of constant work, from the politicians who planned it, to the pioneers who built it, to the soldiers who today defend it from the Tacketies. We have need of more of such work. Bring me nameplates from Tackety engines. We keep lists. You will be rewarded. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to privateer for his campaign to kill settlers. Especially in a world where colonization is not really the same thing as it is in the real world. So I'll write a port report. Cool. Factories continue to belch out smoke while over the bridge, hopeful crowds gather outside the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen strolling arm in arm along the promenade. At a respectable distance from their chaperones, there was a brief protest outside of the Windward Company factory, swiftly quelled. The scones at the Nelson were as good as ever, though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. Its narrow streets huddle in the shadows of a great crag. Banners display the stony features of her renewed majesty. Wealthy West Enders strut by, exchanging polite greetings and veiled gossip, while sooty East End workers file to the hour refining factories. Peeling posters promise fresh, wholesome lives in the Reach to new arrivals, but most of the posters are years old. More newcomers arrive at Port Prosper than ever leave it. It's a tended parade. It's apparently the Feast of the Red Saint. Gaudy banners fly over the painted rooftops of Port Prosper. The smog of the East End is hidden away by posters displaying dragons in varying degrees of vivisection. The cramped streets are clogged with people. Wealthy West Enders promenade about the amusements, while impoverished East Enders work the stalls and huddle by the chestnut fires for warmth. A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of "Ho, the riding!" I'm going to mingle with the East Enders, lurking in the tents or manning the stalls in the side streets, or scowling at the passing gentry. They seem more your level. Oi! A wide-eyed Eastender elbows his comrade somewhere under his jacket. "Who's all this, then?" A crowd gathers from out of the shadows. You are subjected to a number of looks that, if not quite filthy, are at least grubby. Eventually, the huddle disperses. The first East Ender extends the thin hand, lined and worn. "It's a good sign you wanted to talk to us." You spend the afternoon watching vaudeville players satirize the Red Saint and his dragon in an out-of-the-way tent, followed by a hearty supper of roast chestnuts and almost palatable ale down by the station. Okay. Okay, so I'd like to go, before we end this episode, I'm going to buy, let's see, I want to get 2 crates of supplies, and then 1 barrel of fuel. I'd like to go repay our debt to the space up there. And then maybe find see if we can find a port up there then. And then if we get in trouble, we can always go down to Carillon. Although I don't think they sell fuel, but we'll try to be careful to not run out of any supplies or fuel. It's not that far of a trip. But I don't like that debt hanging over me, so. Starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the cost of things in terms of fuel and supplies moving from place to place. A little more confident in my ability to kind of manage that stuff, which is probably means we're going to die in the next episode or 2 by running out of supplies or fuel. There's a grave. I could go up there. Well, I should. I think I have that. No, I don't have a saying. Okay. I want to see. Okay, so level 20 is kind of the max. So that gives you a good idea, too, of, like, kind of progress-wise where we're at with this particular captain. As always, it's important to know, like, you could probably play a captain to level 20 without ever leaving the Reach. So I don't think that the game is structured in such a way where you're playing all these stories out and stuff, but I don't know yet if there's a huge overarching narrative. At some point, we're going to need to start looking at the legacy of that captain. Shit. Okay. Ah, fuck. Damn it all. Gotta hit him. Come on. Hit him one more time. There we go. Whew. Raid the safe. Gain some sovereigns. It's going to be 9 sovereigns. Oh, boy. Still, I don't really have a ton of room in my inventory, so. And we're almost to the switching box. Resupply the cash. Oh. Shit. Okay, so we had to spend fuel. That's a little scary. Okay. So, I don't think I can buy fuel in Carillon is the problem. I think they just sell supplies. So maybe we should just kind of retreat back to the Port Prosper and then call it a day and then kind of figure out where to go from there next time. I'm thinking pick up some fuel in Port Prosper and then make our way back to New Winchester. Kind of check in. It's kind of my thought. Because I will need to repair my hull too. Oop, I hear a little bit of fighting happening. Always some tackities and stovepipes getting in each other's business. I kind of like the idea of not really taking a side in that conflict, personally. So let us rumble far off refineries, distant searchlights rake the sky. Back to our new favorite home in Port Prosper. Almost there. Okay. Well, I feel like we're pretty well accomplished at this point compared to where we started. 816 sovereigns. I do need to get rid of these seeds and stuff, so that's what getting back over to... well, let's... Okay, so let me see. Before we call it, I want to buy some fuel. Make up for what we stopped. Let's look at what this offering transport to settlers option is. Would-be pioneers clamor at the station, eager to make their fortunes amongst the stars. Settler wants to be taken to Lustrum. We're going to Lustrum, so on my way to Lustrum. Thanking you kindly. By Jove, I think it's finally my time to see the real frontier. You wipe your hand on your trousers after shaking his disquietingly sweaty hand. This is it, isn't it? Leaving the safety of Port Prosper, really going out into the world. Ah, aha! Here we go then, eh? Wants to be taken to Lustrum. Cool, so it doesn't take up a slot, so I'm going to buy one more fuel, one more supplies. It is interesting because the more stuff I have, the less fuel efficient I am. And then next time we'll look at striking out to try to find Lustrum, which will be good, even though we won't have a really good source of munitions yet. At least we can go to Lustrum and figure out where it is, so we know where to go after that. And that'll give us a little bit more punching out into this way, a little more, because I would like to try to eventually explore as much of the reach as I can. Especially given that we got all these other places to go. Albion being a larger map even than the Reach, which is intimidating, but awesome. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to do all the liking and commenting and subscribing and stuff, all that business, and check out the other videos that we have going up on the channel. Thank you so much, and have a great day.